Imagine a life in 2026 where no unexpected change, no economic shift, no rising uncertainties or global tensions can disturb your peace. A life where your inner calm remains unshaken, no matter the storms of change raging around you. Sounds powerful, doesn't it? If you're going to get anything out of this, just get that. That's all you need to know in life. Today we're diving into 10 transformative Buddhist principles that will show you exactly how to achieve this unshakable state of mind amid the unique challenges of 2026. As Buddha wisely said, peace comes from within, do not seek it without. Together, let's uncover how to build this inner sanctuary, your own safe haven of emotional resilience and strength in a world of rapid changes, environmental pressures, and shifting dynamics. So if you're ready to rise above comparisons, disruptions, and step boldly into the life you truly deserve in 2026, let's get started. Principle 1. Insults and offense. You're navigating a fast-changing world in 2026, and suddenly a false rumor spreads about you, or a heated discussion throws harsh words your way. The surface ripples wildly, but soon enough it can return to its natural calm. Think about how often 2026's landscape throws its own stones, harsh comments, misinformation, or amplified criticisms. How often do you let those ripples take over, holding on longer than you should? Buddhist philosophy teaches us a profound truth. Insults only harm us if we let them. The words of others, no matter how cutting, hold no real power unless we choose to absorb them. This is beautifully illustrated in the Buddha's words. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. But why is it so hard to let go in 2026's always-on world? We replay the sting, allowing it to erode our peace. The problem lies in attachment, our attachment to validation, reputation amid uncertainties, or a sense of justice. We take someone's negativity and make it our own, like picking up a heavy rock and carrying it long after it was thrown. Let's bring this into 2026. Perhaps a misunderstanding in a work meeting, or a post criticizes your views amid global tensions. Your initial reaction might be anger, frustration, or self-doubt. But what if you could step back and see their negativity for what it truly is? A reflection of chaos in the world, not your worth. Building emotional resilience begins with a shift in perspective. When insults come, ask yourself, am I obligated to catch it? Just as you wouldn't drink poison handed to you, you don't have to internalize someone else's negativity. Let it pass like ripples on that pond, knowing they will fade if you don't cling to them. Here's a simple practice. When faced with criticism, pause and breathe. Imagine the insult as a passing thought. Acknowledge it, but let it go. This small act of mindfulness creates a barrier, allowing you to respond instead of react. Ultimately, the lesson is this: your peace is your power. Do not hand it over so easily. By choosing not to let disturbances affect you in 2026, you reclaim your inner strength. The ripple may appear, but the pond will always return to calm when you understand that others' negativity is their burden, not yours. You'll find that insults lose their sting, and 2026's chaos can no longer shatter your tranquility. This is the first step towards staying unaffected. Principle 2. Be strict with yourself, tolerant of others. Imagine climbing a mountain in 2026 with changes reshaping routines while people focus on new paths. You've mapped your growth journey amid shifts, committing to learning and adaptability. Along the way, you notice others struggling with transitions, some resisting change, others wandering off course in uncertainty. It's easy to feel frustrated or judgmental amid disruptions. But what if you shifted your focus? What if you concentrated on your climb while extending patience to others on their journeys? This is the essence of the Buddhist principle. Be strict with yourself, tolerant of others. It's a delicate balance, holding yourself to high standards while showing compassion for imperfections in a world reshaped by tensions and changes. The Buddha reminded us, you yourself, as much as anybody in the universe, deserve your love and affection, but that love must extend outward. Often we fall into extremes, judging ourselves harshly for not keeping up with changes or expecting the same adaptation from others. Both paths lead to frustration in 2026's fast-changing landscape. The key lies in balance, self-accountability tempered with empathy. Let's bring this wisdom into 2026. Imagine committing to personal growth as shifts occur. You dedicate time to building skills that endure. Meanwhile, a colleague struggles with new ways or fears uncertainty. It's tempting to criticize or feel superior. But everyone's mountain is different in this era of upheaval. Being strict with yourself means staying committed to your principles, learning consistently, choosing mindfulness amid news of change, even when inconvenient. Tolerance for others means recognizing not everyone is on the same chapter amid 2026's uncertainties. Here's a practice. Next time you notice someone struggling with change, pause and remind yourself they're climbing their own mountain. Reflect on challenges you faced in this year and extend the understanding you'd wish for. This principle strengthens self-discipline and fosters deeper connections. When you stop expecting perfection in a disrupted world, you create space for authenticity and growth. The lesson? Hold yourself to your highest standard, but let others unfold in their time. Just as the mountain doesn't judge climbers, neither should you. In doing so, you'll find peace untouched by 2026's imperfections. Principle 3. Transform everyone into a teacher. Think about a moment in 2026 when someone or something tests your patience. A biased decision affects you, or news sparks heated debates. At that moment, it's easy to feel frustration. But what if you paused and asked, what is this moment trying to teach me? This is the wisdom. Transform everyone into a teacher. Every interaction, pleasant or challenging, holds a lesson in 2026's complex world. The Buddha said, when watching after yourself, you watch after others. When watching after others, you watch after yourself. Life is full of lessons, disguised as inconveniences. The unfair situation teaches discernment. The divisive news reveals patience. Even disruptions from shifts can teach resilience. When you adopt this, the world becomes your classroom amid 2026's changes. Consider a modern example. Working on a project, one part repeatedly goes wrong due to flaws. Frustration rises, but view it as opportunity to practice better approaches or oversight. Suddenly, stress becomes growth. This mindset doesn't mean accepting harm, it's reframing. Instead of labeling a challenge as a problem, see it as a mirror. Perhaps it shows your need for adaptability in changing times. To embrace, next time frustrated, breathe and ask, what is this teaching me? Write it down. This shifts from reaction to curiosity. It reduces stress and empowers growth. Challenges become stepping stones. Even difficult interactions lose power. The lesson, every person or situation in 2026 has something to teach if you're willing to listen. Embrace this for curiosity, resilience, and unshakable calm. Principle 4. No one can hurt you. Imagine standing amid 2026's storms, rising misinformation, uncertainties, yet inside you're warm, dry, untouched. This is inner peace, a sanctuary no external force penetrates. Buddhism teaches, no one can hurt you unless you allow them to. The Buddha, no one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. Yet it's easy to let 2026's actions unsettle us. A betrayal, loss spirals into hurt. Why? We invite the storm inside. If someone throws a stone into a river, does it stop flowing? No, it ripples but moves forward. 2026 brings stones, biases, anxieties, tensions. We decide if they sink us. Think of a time something undermined you or news betrayed trust. Pain felt personal, but actions only had power from your reaction. What if you paused, reminded yourself it says more about the world than you? Mindfulness is your ally. Present awareness without judgment creates space to choose response. Start small. Feel hurt? Pause, ask, does this define me or them? Recognize emotion, but don't cling. Let it pass like clouds. Your peace is yours to protect. Refuse to let 2026's storms shake you. Words are fleeting unless given weight. Embrace this. Challenges lose grip. You remain steady like the river. Choose peace, strength, remain unaffected. Principle 5. Turn envy into emulation. Have you ever felt a pang of envy in 2026, scrolling through feeds, watching someone achieve stability amid shifts, reaching goals you've dreamed of? or seeing their calm amid disruptions and changes while you feel stuck or left behind. Envy is an emotion most of us know too well in this comparable age. It creeps in, making us feel small, unworthy, or overwhelmed by the pace of change. But what if that same envy could become your greatest teacher, a force for growth rather than self-comparison? Buddhism offers a powerful perspective. Do not be jealous of others' good qualities, but adopt them yourself. This wisdom invites us to shift our mindset from jealousy to inspiration. Instead of seeing others' successes as a spotlight on what we lack in 2026's changing world, we can view them as blueprints for what's possible. Envy often stems from a place of self-doubt. We see someone thriving amid uncertainties and immediately think, why not me? But here's the secret. That spark of envy is a signal, showing you something you deeply desire, something that matters in this era of transformation. The key is to use it wisely, not as a weapon against yourself, but as fuel for self-improvement. Imagine this scenario. A colleague gets recognized for mastering new ways, landing opportunities you're hoping for. Your first instinct might be resentment or frustration amid evolutions. But instead of dwelling, ask yourself, what qualities or habits help them succeed? How can I cultivate those same traits in my own way? This simple shift transforms envy into a plan of action. This principle has a modern application we can all embrace in 2026. Let's say you admire someone's disciplined approach to balance or their mindful handling of overload. Instead of envying results, study their habits. Do they set boundaries, prioritize focus, or consistently build new routines? Adopt those practices, tailoring them to your journey. Here's a practice to turn envy into emulation. When you feel envious, pause and identify what triggered it. Write it down, then break it into actionable steps. If you admire someone's adaptability in changing times, commit to small daily actions like exploring one new idea or building a personal goal. If it's their confidence amid global changes, start with affirmations or boundary setting. The lesson is clear. Envy is not the enemy. It's a compass. It points toward areas of your life where you're ready to grow in 2026. By channeling that energy into emulation, you shift from comparison to empowerment, from stagnation to progress. Remember, others' successes are not barriers but beacons, illuminating the path ahead. When you adopt their strengths instead of envying them, you transform not just your perspective, but your potential. Envy fades, and in its place, you find inspiration, determination, and real growth. Principle 6. The power of acceptance. Picture this. You're holding a rope in a tug-of-war with 2026 itself. On the other end, unpredictable regulations, sudden impacts, shifts, and personal disruptions you wish were different. The harder you pull back, the more exhausted and frustrated you become. But what if you simply let go of the rope? This is the essence of the power of acceptance in Buddhist philosophy. Acceptance isn't about resignation or giving up. It's about embracing life as it is, without judgment or resistance. The Buddha teaches us, accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. Acceptance is not passive, it is freeing. It allows us to face reality with clarity, conserve our energy, and respond with wisdom in a year of constant flux. We often resist what we don't like. When routines displace or weather alters plans, we fight against reality, thinking this isn't fair, it shouldn't be this way. But resistance only amplifies suffering. Imagine standing in pouring rain, angry at the sky for getting you wet. Your anger doesn't stop the rain. It only leaves you drenched and upset. Acceptance, on the other hand, is like opening an umbrella. It doesn't stop the storm, but shields you from unnecessary discomfort, allowing you to move forward. Consider a relatable example in 2026. You lose an opportunity due to new changes, or a plan shifts unexpectedly. The natural reaction is to resist, dwelling on how unfair or painful it feels. But that keeps you stuck. Instead, acceptance allows you to pause, acknowledge the change, and focus on what comes next. It's the first step in turning a setback into adaptation. Acceptance doesn't mean liking every situation. It means acknowledging the truth without wasting energy on what-ifs. When you accept 2026's realities, you free yourself to act with intention rather than reacting from frustration. Here's a simple practice. Start by noticing resistance in daily life. It might be delays in daily routines or bigger losses. Pause, take 3 deep breaths, silently say, "This is how it is right now." Feel the weight lift as you acknowledge without judgment. Then ask, "What is the most meaningful action I can take next?" Acceptance is not about giving up control. It's recognizing where control truly lies. You may not control external events, but you can always control your response. In that response lies your power. The lesson is transformative. Stop resisting reality. 2026 will bring storms, detours, unexpected turns. But when you embrace the present as it is, you conserve energy for growing, adapting, and moving forward with grace. Remember, the rope of resistance only ties you to suffering. Let go of the tug of war, and you'll discover the peace that comes with acceptance. The peace no storm can take away. Principle 7. Live in harmony with nature. Have you ever watched the sunrise in 2026, perhaps through a window amid alerts, and felt an inexplicable calm amid the hustle? Or listened to leaves rustling in a green space, finding clarity despite constant changes? Nature has a way of grounding us, reminding us of a truth we often overlook in this saturated year. Life moves in cycles, and so do we. In Buddhist philosophy, living in harmony with nature means aligning ourselves with its rhythms, accepting its changes amid awareness, and drawing inspiration from its balance. As the Buddha said, "Just as a candle cannot burn without fire, men cannot live without a spiritual life." Nature doesn't resist change. It embraces it, flowing through cycles of birth, growth, decay, and renewal. Yet in 2026, we often resist this flow, clinging to old habits while chasing endless productivity, ignoring rest as everything accelerates. But when we pause and observe nature, it teaches that change, even driven by events, is not enemy, but teacher. Think of a tree in autumn shedding leaves. It doesn't resist or mourn. It lets go, trusting spring's renewal. In the same way, we must release what no longer serves amid shifts, trusting cycles bring new opportunities. Consider this. When was the last time you stepped away from routines and immersed in nature? A distraction-free walk, sitting by a river, or stargazing reminds us of life's vastness and our connection to it. Nature grounds us in the present, reminding of impermanence, not to fear, but embrace. To live in harmony, spend intentional time in it, observe cloud patterns, wind sounds, Earth's texture underfoot. Reflect on nature's effortless adaptation as a lesson for your resilience in 2026. Another practice, daily gratitude for one natural element, a blooming garden, sun's warmth, or rain nourishing despite challenges. Gratitude shifts from scarcity to abundance. The lesson is profound. Nature thrives not by resisting, but embracing change. Align with this rhythm, find balance, no external chaos disrupts. Remember, nature doesn't hurry, yet everything is accomplished. When you live in harmony with its flow, you too find peace, resilience, and strength through 2026 seasons. Principle 8, practice ethical living. Imagine a lake so still and clear it reflects everything perfectly. Now imagine throwing a pebble, ripples spread far, touching every corner. This is how actions work in 2026's interconnected world, especially with decisions and dilemmas amplified. In Buddhism, ethical living is the foundation of peaceful life. The Buddha reminds us, what you think, you become. Our thoughts shape actions, rippling to shape the world. Integrity, honesty, compassion create harmony for ourselves and others. Yet in today's fast-paced, tempted world, pressures to bend ethics, shortcut amid tensions, or ignore impacts, ethical living can feel challenging. But it's precisely in chaos that it becomes our anchor, grounding in values, bringing clarity and peace. Consider a situation. Faced with a dishonest choice for quick gains, like cutting corners. Temptation is strong, but choosing integrity fosters trust, strengthens character, ensures peace of mind no change can replicate. Ethical living isn't perfection, it's alignment. When actions match values, inner peace follows. Opposite brings guilt, disrupting balance. So how in 2026? Reflect on core values, honesty, kindness, fairness as compass. When tough choice arises, pause. Does this reflect the person I want to be in this era? Another practice, compassion, actively do good. Small kindnesses like fair approaches or helping others navigate changes ripple outward, inspiring chains. The lesson is clear. Ethical living is not just moral, it's path to resilience and freedom. When you act with integrity, create stable foundation no external chaos shakes, you become the still lake, reflecting life's beauty, spreading positivity. Remember, what you think, you become. Choose kindness, honesty, compassion. Guide actions, thrive unaffected in 2026. Principle 9, cultivate gratitude. Imagine waking in 2026 to a sunny morning. You step outside, feel sun's warmth, hear birds over distant sounds, smell fresh air amid initiatives. But instead of noticing, mind races to updates, reports, or future worries. How often do we overlook present gifts because we're focused on what's missing in this heavy year? Buddhist philosophy teaches shift from lack to have. As the Buddha said, let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot today, at least a little. Gratitude is not fleeting, it's a practice, a lens-transforming outlook, building joy, fortifying against negativity in 2026's uncertainties. In a world of comparisons, gratitude gets overshadowed. We see curated successes, measure against our lives, focusing gaps. But gratitude reminds true wealth lies in perspective, not possessions. From scarcity to abundance. Consider this story. A farmer in a stressed region had modest land. A storm destroyed crops, bringing despair. But next morning, walking fields, he noticed sunrise illuminating what remained. He chose gratitude not for loss but what endured, giving strength to rebuild, find joy in hardship. Gratitude isn't ignoring challenges, it's balancing with appreciation for gifts, a shield against negativity, source of resilience. When focused on blessings, mind attunes to positivity, easier navigating 2026's difficulties. To cultivate, keep a gratitude journal. Daily write 3 things thankful for. Not grand, stable connection, kind interaction, breath in lungs. Over time, trains mind to seek good. Another, express gratitude to others. A heartfelt thank you strengthens bonds, spreads positivity, it's contagious. The lesson is timeless. Focus on blessings over lacks. Gratitude doesn't erase challenges, but changes how you face them. By cultivating, build inner joy no external negativity touches. Remember, gratitude is a choice, and in choosing it, you choose peace, resilience, life untouched by perceived missing in 2026. Principle 10, trust the process and let go. Imagine holding tight grip on a rope, pulling desperately to control 2026's outcomes, career amid shifts, relationships in changing worlds, events beyond reach. Muscles strain, mind races, exhaustion builds. What if instead of pulling, you simply let go? This is Buddhist wisdom. Trust the process and let go. The Buddha teaches attachment is a root of suffering. Clinging to specific outcomes or rigid control invites stress, anxiety, disappointment in unpredictable times. Life cannot be controlled by willpower alone. The more we try, the more we struggle. True peace comes from release, trust, flowing with life as it unfolds in 2026. Think of a river to the sea. It doesn't question path, resist bends, obstacles, changes. It trusts the journey enough. When we let go of attachments, open to richness of unfolding, stop fighting current, move with it. Consider the story of a young professional tasked with a collaboration project. Eager for perfect results, she micromanaged every step, yet outcomes faltered, frustration grew. Confused, she sought advice from a mentor who said, "You've tried to control the process. Let creativity flow naturally." Reluctantly, she surrendered, focused on intent, not forcing. Over time, stronger results emerged. By letting go of need to control, she allowed wisdom to reveal. In 2026's uncertainty, pivots, evolutions, world changes, We struggle wanting to know futures, control every aspect. But uncertainty is a vital part of journey. When we trust unfolding, free from constant worry, apply, accept life's unpredictability, instead of obsessing details, focus present steps today. Embrace growth process over fixed destination. Let go rigid expectations, open to surprises. Key practice, mindfulness. Notice attachment to outcome, pause, breathe. Remind, root of suffering is attachment, path to peace in releasing grip. The lesson is clear. Attachment roots suffering. Let go of control need. Trust process, experience freedom. Life becomes less struggle, more flow guiding where needed. In uncertainty's dance, find true peace. Remember, trusting process and letting go isn't giving up. It's releasing control need, embracing journey with openness and faith. Let go. Watch life unfold in beautiful, unexpected ways. Bonus principle 1. Non-attachment in relationships. Think about a flower in a garden blooming freely in 2026, without forced direction or molding to ideals. Its beauty lies in authenticity, natural present existence. Relationships too flourish when nurtured by acceptance rather than controlled by expectations, especially in a world of mediated connections and interactions. In Buddhism, this is non-attachment, key to healthy, thriving bonds. Not detachment or withdrawal, but letting go of need to control or change others amid evolving dynamics. The Buddha's teachings remind, attachment to outcomes, expecting specific behaviors, needs met precisely, or acting per desires, creates suffering. When we release expectations, free ourselves and others to be truly as we are, without judgment pressure. Think of a time you've tried controlling a relationship, wanting a partner to adapt to changes your way, or a friend to match your pace in uncertain times. Result, frustration, resentment, disappointment. But releasing those, allowing them to show up authentically, something beautiful happens. Relationship transforms. Mutual respect, understanding, acceptance. Take example. Someone constantly tried changing their partner amid work shifts, frustrated by differing approaches. After reflection, practice non-attachment, accepting them as is. Slowly, love deepened not because change, but appreciating true self. Relationship became peaceful, authentic. In 2026, influences, unrealistic standards, this is vital. We pressure relationships to look perfect or fit molds. True connection from emotional independence, accept, appreciate without control. To apply, examine expectations, trying to change people. Practice releasing need for them to meet ideals. Appreciate uniqueness, allow growth space and authenticity. Non-attachment allows love to flourish naturally. Deeper connections rooted in acceptance, emotional freedom. When let go of control, invite peace into relationships and your life. Bonus principle 2, silence as a shield. Imagine standing at the edge of 2026 storm, alerts howling, voices constant, misinformation lashing. Chaos overwhelms. In that moment, what if best response wasn't fighting, but stepping back, closing eyes, finding stillness? In Buddhist tradition, silence is more than absence of sound. It's powerful shield, sanctuary amid chaos. It's space to pause, reflect, respond wisely rather than react impulsively, especially when life feels overwhelming in this era. Silence as shield means creating stillness moments to protect inner peace amid demands, endless thoughts amplified by changes. Today, bombarded by noise, but silence provides clarity, chance to step from emotional turbulence, gain perspective. The Buddha emphasized mindfulness, fully present without judgment. In stress or conflict, like heated debates or misunderstandings, this is relevant. Impulsive reactions lead to regret. Silence allows wisdom to emerge. In quiet pause, reflect true intentions. Choose response with clarity, compassion. Consider story, professional and high-stress job. One day, colleague harshly critiques in a call, triggering anger. Instinct, retaliate, escalate. But remember, silence is power. Instead of immediate reply, deep breath, counts to 10, remains silent. In seconds, anger subsides, addresses calmly, thoughtfully. Conflict de-escalates, respect deepens. In our lives, silence refuge when stress arises, not withdrawing, but stepping back to avoid heightened emotion reactions. Whether heated argument, difficult convo, or self-doubt moment, silence offers gathering thoughts, intentional response. Incorporate. Make daily space for silence, few minutes stillness via meditation, mindful breathing, quiet reflection, builds resilience, grounds amid 2026's storms. More you practice, easier to use for navigating stress, conflict. Silence is shield, powerful force protecting peace, empowering wise responses in life's chaos. Make silence your refuge in the whirlwind. In the whirlwind of 2026, where changes, shifts, environmental pressures, and global tensions often seek to uproot our peace, the wisdom of these Buddhist principles offers a true sanctuary, a way to navigate chaos while remaining grounded and calm. Each teaching, from releasing anger at insults to embracing gratitude amid uncertainties, reminds us that true power lies within. The storms of envy, disruption, or inner turmoil only have as much control as we allow. By mastering our reactions and cultivating resilience, we not only protect our peace but transform our lives into beacons of harmony and strength. These principles are not mere philosophical musings. They are a call to action, a roadmap to reclaiming the serenity and joy that distractions and rapid changes might otherwise steal. Imagine a life in 2026 where you are unshaken by judgments or upheavals, unburdened by endless comparisons, and deeply connected to the present moment. This is not just possible, it is within your reach. Begin by taking one step, applying one lesson, and watch how your perspective shifts. The journey to inner peace starts here. If this resonated with you, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and share this to spread the light of wisdom. Subscribe for more inspiring Buddhist insights to guide you toward a peaceful and fulfilling life in 2026 and beyond.